As a black person, are you aware of your nature? Are you aware of your natural state, who you are inside? Maybe you might be wondering how you react to some certain things, even though the things might be really, really bad, it might really, really hurt you, but at the end of the day, you will forgive or you will just feel like, well, let me just let go. It is because of your nature, your natural state. Have you ever seen, let me just give you guys an example, all right? Have you ever seen a black nation, or let me just say in Africa, in the Caribbean, or okay, let me just say a black nation like maybe Nigeria rise up, took his army and said, "Oh, we are going to conquer Ethiopia, or we are going to conquer Mali for us to take their lands, to show our superiority. We are the most populated country in Africa, so we must establish this dominance in our fellow." No, black people don't have this kind of mindset because that is not built in our nature. That's what I want to make you all to understand. And this nature is not something that just came up in this 21st century, or let me just say this, our modern times. It is something that has been passed down from generations to generations, from our ancestors, because this is exactly who our ancestors were. You never see somebody, or okay, let me just take you back a little bit back in history, in the time of Mansa Musa. We all know that Mansa Musa is the wealthiest man who had so many resources, more than any other person that have lived in this world. He had the power to maybe take the military force in Mali and start doing his war conquest of territories. Maybe he would have said, let me just conquer the world, like how is it Adolf Hitler that they are calling him did. Somebody just stood up one day and said, I'm just going to conquer the whole world. I will make everybody to bow in my feet. Take a look in your nature. You never see that in your history. Now, the world has mistaken our kindness, our love, our sympathy for humanity. They have mistaken it for weakness, which I don't want you to worry about that. All right. I don't want you to worry about that at all. All right, family. My name is Nelson, and you're welcome to the podcast show, African People's Business. Well, you can also listen to this podcast audio on Spotify. Just go on your Spotify and you search for African People's Business on Spotify. You're going to see the talk show on Spotify. You can listen to it, maybe even if you're driving, you're in your car, you're relaxing. And let us build a community also everywhere and spread the message. So, in today's video, I want to talk about the nature of Black people. All right, my beautiful Black brothers and sisters, you are welcome to the podcast. If you're just tuning in, this is African People's Business, and this podcast is also available on Spotify. So now, like I was saying, that this our African nature, this our Black nature, it makes us to be soft. All right, how this nature makes us to be soft, to be compassionate on how we deal with other people in the world. And that is why you are going to see a Black person can tolerate some stuff for a very long period of time and not retaliate. But in the other hand, our retaliation comes with a full force. All right. Though we might be compassionate, we might endure for some time, but our retaliation comes with a very full force. And some people might be telling me, "Well, Nelson, what are you talking about? Are you not seeing what is happening in Haiti? Are you not seeing what is happening in Rwanda? Are you not seeing all of this? Are those not black nations? So what are you talking about?" Well, stop talking about this. Every human being is like this. It does not depend maybe the skin color. No, I'm telling you that it depends. Because if we want to look at what is happening in those black nations right now, you're going to see that the root cause, though there might be other smaller causes, but the root cause is as a result of colonialism. There are some African countries that are fighting for their freedom right now. Like take a look at Burkina Faso, take a look at Niger. You know, there's a little bit instability right now. It is due to colonialism, but they are trying to free themselves because they have endured. All right, they have endured for a long time, and now they said, you know, enough is enough. Now is our time for us to be free, and you're going to see how those countries are going to transform. All right, those countries, they are going to transform in less than no time. So this our nature, and they will not go like maybe for the people to pay for the damage that they have done. We might let go of some certain things, even though there are some other things that we cannot let go because it's something that is a sin against humanity, not only against God but against humanity. And another reason that is influencing this our nature is misinformation. They are passing out misinformation to so many of our people. And some of our people that are gullible, they go with what they are being told. Like for example, I've watched some videos of continental Africans when they leave Africa. Maybe they want to travel to the diaspora. They want to, maybe they want to get to America. They want to go to Europe. When they land in one of those countries in the diaspora and they are about to pass through the, is it immigration or whatsoever, then after they have checked them, they'll now take them, lure them in one corner and tell them that, you know, if you are entering this country, make sure you don't mingle yourself with your fellow black brothers and sisters, because your fellow black brothers and sisters here, they are this, they are that. Misinformation. And that is what they will tell your brothers and sisters here in the continent. And then what the information that they will also pass across there to our African diaspora family is that, take a look at yourself. What are you all doing here? How do you all think you get here? Your brothers and sisters from the continent sold you. All right? You were sold. That is why you are here. And to some of our people that are gullible, that maybe they don't want to do research, they don't want to like look for their true history, they will go for it. They'll be like, well, you Africans are the reason why we are here in the first place. Well, I want to mingle myself with black people in the diaspora because of this god. So it just caused misinformation and hatred which influence this our nature. I don't know if you all are getting what I'm saying. So this is the nature of a black person. And there are so many cases also. There are so many other cases that influence this our nature. So what am I saying? Our ancestors built their civilization. They did not maybe destroy nature before building their civilization. They did not. They built their civilization out of the sweat, out of their brain, and how powerful and talented they were. They did everything without the need of maybe traveling to another place, you know, looking for other people to come and do their work for them. They did not destroy nature. They were contented with the ones that they have. All right. They were contented with the ones, the little that they have, they were okay with it. They were not like, you know, let us have more, let us, because by trying to have more that you can handle is going to lead you into either destroying nature, destroying humanity, and cause a lot and a lot of havoc. So you should be proud of yourself. You should be able to know who you are. All right. That is the reason for this podcast. You need to be able to know who you are as someone of African descent. Know what your ancestors have done. So if tomorrow maybe someone wants to be like, well, we have civilization, our civilization is more advanced than yours, tell them that my ancestors was not going around looking for people, maybe putting people in pains just for those people to come and help build their civilization for them. Right? They did everything themselves, totally everything themselves without the help of, how should I put it? So this is the reason why I said, let me do this video. All right. This is the reason why I said, let me do this video. You need to be able to know yourself, know who you are, know your nature as a black person, and be proud of being black. So this is what I said. Let me share with your family. Make sure you do follow us on Spotify and also check our other videos and our other shows. There will still more shows that is going to be coming in the future. And if you want to support the channel, you can support the channel with $3 a month on our Patreon account, patreon.com/NelsonLiuTV. So that's the message that I said. Let me pass across today in this video slash this podcast. Have a nice day.